Good morning from the sunny Languedoc in the sunny south of France, and a beautiful, beautiful day here in June. The title that I've put to this particular piece of content is about what stops us from growing. I'm saying it is what we know for sure is what stops us from growing. Now I'm not going to pretend that that's actually my line because it isn't, because I've taken it from the interview I did with Andy Andrews, the great American author, speaker, and coach. And the point he's making is that things that we know for sure, because they would say, I know this absolutely for sure, are the things that stop us from growing, because there's always something else to know. And sometimes I find that's the same because when clients come to me, they say, okay, well, my issue is, my issue is about time management. I'm not good at managing my time. And that may well be true, but it's not actually the truth, and it's not actually the foundation and the real truth of the issue that they've got, because you don't manage time just is. But there are things that we say we know for absolute certainty, and because we actually say it's for certainty, then we stop looking for other options. And Andy talks a lot about in the podcast interview, and there's a load of great content in there, but I just think it's a great way of kind of challenging our own thought process, because we become very certain about our opinions, and we say, oh no, I know this. And then if somebody really pushes back and says, well, do you know everything about that particular topic or issue or question or whatever, then the answer is, when you're really pushed, the answer is, well, yeah, there could be something else I know. But what stops you developing, what stops me developing a thought process is that, oh, well, I know all there is to know about that. And I think that when it comes to business, what we tend to see as kind of formulas for how we do things. Well, look at your organization A, and look at organization B, and look at organization Z. And they did that, and therefore if you do that, and that, then you're actually going to get a result. And that may well be true. But if the truth is what you want to do is to actually really, really go way beyond an incremental growth, then yes, you may examine what the industry is doing. You may look at what everybody else is doing. And if you want to get different results, then you've got to do different things. And I think what Andy talks about in the interview, it's very challenging. It's very simple, but it's actually very challenging. And it's based on the book that he just published, The Bottom of the Pool, which is a really good book, by the way. And on the back of the interview, I didn't read the book before I did the interview, but I did read the book after I did the interview. And there's such a very simple message, but very, very profound message about that the answer lies at the bottom of the pool. And the leverage, if you want to come up from the bottom of the pool, you get much more leverage from the bottom of the pool than if you're floating on the surface and try to get leverage from the surface. So I really want you to think about that today, because I certainly am going to think about it in my own world. Is going to challenge what I believe when I say it's the truth, and say, is that actually the truth, or is that just something that I believe right now? And if I want to get incremental growth and progress in something, well, then I've got to stop looking at what everybody else is doing and actually go the opposite way. I really, really advise you to listen to Andy's interview. It is, on the surface, it's actually a very simple interview, and I said it's not complicated. And I say that with great respect, because I love the work that he does. But there's actually such profundity in the message that he gives that I really encourage you to go and listen to it. And we'll catch up soon.